Welcome, Sens Talk.
Russell winds in, feeds it back across the track and scores! Brady Tkachuk makes it 2-0. Claude Giroux, hit alone, scores!
Tim Stutzock cross, Tkachuk score! The captain, Brady Tkachuk, buries it with 1:18 to go.
See you later. Go, Sens, go.
Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon Plant, and I am your host. We have some breaking news today coming out of the nation's capital. Going to be a bit of a quicker video, though. I don't know if you can tell by my voice. I'm very congested right now. There's some sort of cold going around. I'm not feeling the greatest. I probably don't look the greatest, but the show must go on. We do not stop here at Sens Talk LLC no matter what. We have some big news today to cover as Shane Pinto, Pitter, is back. He signed his one-year contract with the Ottawa Senators at $775,000 league minimum. A little bit of a shocker because his qualifying offer, which the Ottawa Senators reportedly were more than happy to sign him to, was for $841,000. So, he's definitely betting on himself, pun very much intended. He's betting on himself. It's been rumored, it's been put out there by reputable, sources saying that Pinto has been offered 2, 4, 5, 6-year contract extension offers by the Ottawa Senators. It's very clear that Steve Staios and the management team view Shane Pinto as a key piece of the organization moving forward. I mean, teams don't offer players 6-year contract offers when they haven't even played 100 games in the National Hockey League unless they view them as a core piece of the team. And Shane Pinto, by all means, has proven to myself anyways, I'm sure to many of you, and especially, most importantly, the Sens organization, that he is absolutely a key piece for this team moving forward. In 99 career games, he has 21 goals, 22 assists for 43 total points. Pretty good stuff, especially for a guy that will likely be playing in your middle six on the second or third line. But once again, what's really notable to me is he's taking the league minimum, so he's helping out the Ottawa Senators in that regard, freeing up a little bit more cap space, only $90,000, but still, it's something. And most importantly, like I've already noted multiple times, we're not going to get into his suspension. I have a whole video on that. I don't really want to dive into that. This is going to be a positive conversation on Shane Pinto, and honestly, that's old news at this point. We can just move on. He's learned his lesson, I'm sure, and to be honest with you, the length of the suspension was pretty crazy. I think we all can agree on that. But anyways, as I mentioned in that video, Elliot Freeman said that Shane Pinto is very appreciative of the Ottawa Senators for not, putting on a shadow campaign against him to diminish his value and to ruin his, credibility, I guess you can call it, around the National Hockey League. So I think there's still a very, very good relationship here. And I would be shocked if he left in the next year or so. I fully expect him to sign maybe 2, 3, 4 years at a pretty reasonable AAV. This is a very talented hockey player and a hockey player that can help this team for sure for quite some time. So this is a massive, obviously expected, but nonetheless, massive extension for the Ottawa Senators to get him back into the lineup. He's obviously first eligible, as you probably know by now, to get into the lineup for the first time this year on Sunday against the Philadelphia Flyers. So, he might get into game action in literally 48 hours. So keep this in mind. He hasn't played in nearly a year. He didn't get preseason. He didn't get much of training in the September with the team, in the camp and stuff. He hasn't played all year. He's going to have some rust. So cut him some slack. Don't be too hard on the guy for the next little bit here. He's obviously a talented hockey player, drafted 32nd overall, basically a first-round pick. This is a guy that really in a tough spot last year when Josh Norris went down, was elevated to the top 6 and put up great numbers, 20 goals, a 52% face-off rate, and most importantly to me, about that face-off change, I have it written here. In his first year, Shane Pinto in those 17 games in his first NHL action had a 41% face-off rate. The next year in a full season, 52% face-off rate. And this is not just an outlier, because Shane Pinto with North Dakota and the NCAA put up fantastic face-off rates as well. It's what he's known for. So he's a good face-off center, and obviously as a center, that's quite important. But this is a guy that can play throughout your lineup, kind of like Matthew Joseph, a Swiss Army kind of guy. He obviously, as he proved last year, can play in that top 6, can also play in that bottom 6, can play on the penalty kill, can even be on the power play. This is a very valuable player that could be put in all positions and all situations. So, like I already mentioned, 20 goals last year, 35 total points in a full year, 82 games. So, obviously, this is a great boost for the Ottawa Senators. Now, who do they send down? We'll see. I mean, you know, obviously, you can't have all these players here. I think somebody's going to have to get sent down. Maybe McEwen, but he did have a big fight the other day. Maybe Kaslik, but he does win faceoffs. We'll see. I don't know what they'll do, but I mean, the cap crunch is serious. It's a real thing. And once Forsberg returns, for example, I don't know, maybe Brooke Chartier even gets dropped. I mean, all the guys I mentioned really deserve a chance to stay in the National Hockey League. The only one that maybe should be sent down is Kaslik. He's been invisible. I think Brooke Chartier has a bit of an edge over Kaslik, no doubt about it. He is very good on the penalty kill. He's very tenacious, physical, kind of grinder type of player, very energetic. Doesn't contribute a lot offensively, but he's the kind of guy that is heart and soul, and you love to have on your team, especially on that fourth line, where it's the 13th forward. Kaslik really hasn't done much. But the name I haven't mentioned is Riley Gregg. What does this mean for him? I don't see Riley Gregg centering the fourth line, I'll be honest with you. I absolutely see Riley Gregg going to the third line next to Shane Pinto and maybe Matthew Joseph, maybe Vladimir Tarasenko. Who knows? But suddenly Ottawa's top nine just got way more well-rounded and way, way better. No doubt about it. So welcome back, Pinner. Welcome back, Shane Pinto. Just great to have you back. Obviously, it's a great addition for the Ottawa Senator team, who have struggled mightily this year in every facet of the game. And getting a talented player like this who can play in all positions will always be a benefit for the team and will really help out the team, hopefully getting many, many more wins. Now, besides that, thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the contract down below. And do you think Shane Pinto soon will sign a contract extension for a long-term deal with the Ottawa Senators? Let me know what you guys think down below as always. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Go Sens, go.